that basically into training people that are looking into transitioning into the world of tech. And currently, Jupiter Academy is taking 4 tech courses. That's product management, product design, data analysis, and data science. And trust me, Jupiter Academy is a place to be if you are looking into transitioning into tech. Of course, if you are here, that means you are looking or you have transitioned into the world of tech. So today we'll be having Taiwo Azan. Taiwo Azan is our speaker for today. And Taiwo Azan is going to be taking us on an interesting topic. It's going to be taking us on an interesting topic. Before I go into that, let me just give us room to just say 1 or 2 things about ourselves. So I'll just be picking us randomly. I would start with myself. I'll give you my name again for those that are just joining, and I'll just say, give a fun fact of myself. Okay. So, like I said, I'm Oluwatosi, and the fun fact about myself is that I love to eat good food. Yes, yes, that's a fun fact. So, I'm going to be picking randomly, maybe like just 2 persons, and then we can kick start. Are we good? Okay, so Daniel, can we have you? Your name, what you do, and fun facts of yourself. Daniel, quickly. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
My name is Daniel Lutachuko Kafo. Okay, I'm undergraduate student of Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Oka, Anambra State.
Awesome.
So, what I do basically as a fun fact is almost the same as yours. I love good food. Just love good
Nice.
food.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's healthy and live healthy. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you very much,
Thank
Daniel.
you.
Okay.
Hi guys, is it just me? But I can't hear anyone.
Yeah, I can't seem to hear the host as well.
Okay, I guess we can just start. Taiwo Hassan, maybe we
Can
should
we
just
hear
start.
me?
Oh, we can hear you now.
Oh, I guess it's the network. So sorry about that. I've been talking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Thanks for bringing that to our notice. Okay, so after Daniel spoke, I tried calling in Ifeanyi to also give us fun facts of himself. Ifeanyi or Shegun. I don't know, maybe they didn't hear me as well. Okay, so I moved into introducing our speaker for today. That's Taiwo Azan, and today Taiwo Azan will be taking us into the topic how to thrive in the tech world without prior experience, right? Without having any background experience in tech. People have been asking questions, I mean, in past seminars, past webinars rather, that can they transition into this industry without prior experience or knowledge in the tech world? And the answer is yes. So today, Taiwo Azan will be um, addressing that for us. So let me just give us a sneak peek into who Taiwo Hassan is before I usher him in. So Taiwo Hassan specializes in data science, artificial intelligence, and back-end development. He has 5 years experience in data science. Taiwo loves leveraging technology to address challenging issues, bringing to the table a special blend of technical expertise and innovative problem solving. So, and this makes him invaluable in firms he has worked with. Currently, due to his expertise in R, Python, Golang, and SQL, he can approach data-driven problems from a variety of perspectives. And currently, he is working as a data science freelancer and also a data science instructor at Wood Lab. Yes, so that is a sneak peek into who Taiwo Hassan is. So join me as I make welcome our very own speaker for today, Taiwo Hassan. Welcome, Taiwo.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm very glad to be here this afternoon. Okay, thank you for this opportunity once again. So, basically, I'll be talking about how to thrive in the world of data science without a tech background. So, my niche will be around the data science world. So, a lot of people have been skeptical about data science as well, which is tech, of course, and they have been so so reluctant because many of them don't have tech backgrounds, any programming background, or some even studied maybe agricultural science or even economics. Economics is even better. They had a foundation of maths. So many people had no link with tech background, and so they were really skeptical about, okay, well, how can I even move into this into tech, and how would be the transition like and all of that. So I'm here to clarify that. So I'll be introducing data science. I know some of us here will be interested in that field. So I'll be introducing it and be telling you scope of data science as well, and also how you can transition into data science, how you can even get a job, how you can position yourself, how you can prepare yourself to be on that platform where you can get yourself a job and also be valuable to your country and organization. So I'll be sharing my screen, and yeah, we'll kickstart from there. I hope you guys are seeing my screen. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can, Taiwo.
Yeah, yeah, we
Okay,
can.
no problem. So okay, so my content outline. So I'll be this is what is data, what is data science, who is a data scientist. So I'm talking about the data science workflow, just a brief overview of how the workflow is, and along the way, just certain bullet points and how you can get into it, how you can transition into it. Trust me, I have colleagues, even senior colleagues, some even studied food crops, yeah, food crops, and in university, and trust me, they're doing well in the industry. They're doing well. They're senior data scientists, they are senior devs, and nothing have to do with computer science. They have nothing to. Most of the guys I know, most of them had backgrounds that have nothing to do with computer science. So they succeeded. Even in my world that in data science, although I did some software engineering for a while. I worked as a software engineer for a while, but in data niche, I'm going to just focus in this data science so that there will not be distractions and all of that. So first of all, I would like to introduce what data is. What is data science? Who is a data scientist? The data science workflow, data science versus data analytics, how to get into data science, and talk about the resource and apps to get you started. and teams to help you get a data science role. So in all of this, in all of our endeavors, we're trying to actually get a job, and be valuable. So first of all, you know that data is a new oil in today digital economy and businesses, and they're able to harness it and are the ones staying ahead in the competition. So you see that even in every sphere, every firm, every organization in our world today, you will notice that one thing that help them upscale their business is data. Data is something that is a very valuable asset. It's a new oil indeed. So you see that one of the things they do is that they tends to employ data scientists, data analysts, and others in the data niche to help them, uncover hidden patterns, trends, and all of that, so as to use them, harness them, and make effective business decisions. So you see companies like Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, the three data is the holy grail. So the data is a driving force. So they don't joke with data. So you see, it's more or less like the new into today's digital economy. And we all know that data is defined as the representation of facts, concepts, instructions in a formalized manner, and which is suitable for communication, interpretation, and processing by human or electronic machine. So you see, data at a whole, it's something that is very, very, very valuable. So how when we see data in its raw form, how did these people, try to like transform this data into something that is now a valuable asset? Just like crude oil, you see that crude oil, they discover crude oil, and you see, did they just see that? No, they have to do some engineering and all of that. That's when you now see fields like petroleum engineering, chemical engineering, petrochemical engineering, and all those fields related, engineering related fields, so that they can explore the oil and refine them, and so that for you and I can use it. That's why we have fuel, gasoline, we have PMS, kerosene, jet fuel, and all of that. Because why? There was some processes that went on, and we call those people what? Engineers. So that's that about data and code oil. So what is data science? So like I said earlier, I'll just be talking about data science. It's still a part of tech also. So we said data science is a domain of study which combines the application and knowledge of mathematics, statistics, machine learning, computer science to deal with vast volume of data using modern tools and techniques to find what unseen patterns, derive meaningful information, and make business decisions. So you see that one of the key things you need to know is about data science, that it involves the application. So it's not just you knowing it; it involves the application of mathematics, statistics, machine learning, computer, and the what computer science. So the question is, I did not study computer science. So how can I now apply the knowledge of computer science and all of that? So data science is now that domain of study. So it is fair on its own. You have to like study. It's something that it's a whole ecosystem. Data is a whole ecosystem, and data science is that domain in that study. So it's involved this application of these many things. So you see that it's all used in every industry today, as I said, and you can use to predict many things. For example, like customer behaviors and trends, and even identify new opportunities. That's why Google, they can just come and say, oh, I think this thing is very, very important. For example, Google Bard or this open AI product, ChatGPT, discovered that, well, we can actually develop an AI where the world can just use it and make things easy for coding, for writing, and other things. You can just ask questions and you can do almost everything. They discovered that problem why through data. They had to research, market research. Okay, what does these people need actually that can make their life easier? And even in that, we can actually earn more money. Okay, so the when they had to do a lot of research. You see that ChatGPT is a language model, large language model, LLM. It's based on strictly machine learning and AI. So a lot of data and all of that. That's why you can retire to interactive backward, because it is a large based language model that was developed. So it's a fun thing. Data science is a fun thing and all of that. I remember it utilizes what machine learning, mathematics, statistics, and computer science. So you'll be like, mathematics, I don't know mathematics, I don't know statistics, and all of that. I'm afraid because many people, you can be so afraid of mathematics. Trust me. So, though you shouldn't be afraid because I believe whatever thing that you set your heart in, it's something that you, of course, willing to learn and understand. And it's not necessary that you are doing core mathematics and no, just some basics that you need to know first of all, and also you applying it makes it fun. Okay, so that's that about data science. And who is a data scientist? We talked about data science and all of that. So, a data scientist is an analytics professional who is responsible for collecting, analyzing, and interpreting data to help driven decision making and organization. The data science role combine elements of several traditional and technical roles, and including mathematician, scientist, statistician, and computer programmer. So it involves use of advanced analytics techniques such as what machine learning and predictive modeling, along with the application of what scientific principle. So you see that that's who a data scientist is. He's a professional. So what it does is that it is responsible for collecting and analyzing this data so that it can help companies make to make decisions. And of course, like I said before, it's have series of expertise to become a data scientist. And one of the unique aspects is you being a computer programmer and also utilizing analytic techniques such as machine learning. Very, very important for you to be a data scientist. You have to understand what machine learning and mathematics is like a baseline for machine learning. So without math, that if a few knowledge of math, just not necessarily pure math or something, but at least a baseline of these statistics and a few mathematics. So it's upon this foundation that machine learning strives. So this is who a data scientist is. They must have this knowledge in order to become a successful data scientist. So we have the data science workflow. So we see okay, sorry. Okay, so we have a data science workflow. You see that okay, you see that they identify the business problem, acquire data, they reform and clean, they prepare it, and you see the preparation stage. You have the experimentation stage and the distribution stage. You see that when they get the data, they format and clean. That is the business problem, the first business problem they acquire the data, and they hypothesize. Okay, what question are they trying? What problem are they trying to solve? What question are they trying to answer? What is the hypothesis of that problem? And they transform and visualize. And what they do again is that they do model and they validate. Then after that, they report and deploy. So this deploying is where that is the real value. At the end of the day, at the end of everything, what did you what was the result? That's just basically it. So this is the workflow. And mind you, I know that many people over time they when they are trying to choose maybe especially the data world, like data analysis, data analysts, data science, what is actually the difference and all of that. They tend to mix everything up. Like, okay, who is a data analyst? Who is a data scientist? Then did they have what is their common ground or what is the difference? Well, in Nigeria, basically because of the nature of our ecosystem, business ecosystem, and all, you see someone doing a business analyst doing the role of a business scientist, or you see the data scientist doing the role of a business analyst or data analyst. So these often are being mixed up. So you see that that's why it brought us to this data science and data analytics stuff. Mind you, I'm just trying to give you a baseline for okay, data science and all of that. You see that data analysts and data science are related field, of course, and they involve working with data to gain insights and make informed decisions. However, they are distinct focus and methodologies. So here's a brief overview of difference. In terms of data analytics, they have a focus, and that focus is just they deal with examining historical data to identify trends, patterns, and correlations that can guide what decision making. You see that it's just identify trends, pattern, and correlation. It does not have to do with modeling or predictive analytics or anything. Just identify trends, pattern, and correlation that can guide decision making. You see that the goal of the business data analytics analyst is to answer specific business questions, optimize processes, and improve efficiency. And the methodology they use most of the time, they use statistical and quantitative techniques. That's, for example, Excel, SQL, and specialized analytic software. Mind you, in data analysis does not necessarily need to know coding, know how to program, because the other tools you can use, but you just know your SQL, that's your query language, your Excel, your Power BI, your Tableau, and you're good to go in data analysis. And yeah, that is the data analysis. You are just good to go. You don't need to, go for that into programming. Just knowing this basis in Power BI, you can be a Power BI developer, you can be a Power BI analyst, there can be a business intelligence analyst, and you are good to go without even knowing any programming language. You can just know your query language, and that's all. And you see that, of course, it requires a strong foundation in statistics, data manipulation, and visualization. So your normal task is what? Just descriptive analytics, reporting, dashboard creation, and data cleaning, and basic predictive modeling. So it's very, very basic in their skill set and all of that. And mind you, the fact that you don't know programming language doesn't mean that you're not a tech bro or a tech sis, or you're not transitioning to tech. And of course, we know that tech majorly is technology. Any person that utilize technology to improve or optimize their businesses and improve their business value is a tech bro. So if you're using just Microsoft Excel or Microsoft Word to improve your value in business, please, you're a tech pro, you're a tech sis. You need to get that right. As long as you're using technology to improve and drive your business value, you're a tech bro, you're a tech sis. So please, that ideology of, oh, I must know how to program, I must be that cool guy wearing Crocs and be in front of my computer, and doing some programming stuff, and yeah, and no, that's definitely not. You can use you're using your phone alone. As long as you're using technology to improve value, to increase value in your businesses, trust me, your tech is very technical. Okay, I believe that is understood. So, data science involves a broader and more interdisciplinary approach. So you see that it's not a broader landscape depending on the business use case. So you see, it combines statistics, computer science, domain expertise, and machine learning to extract what knowledge and insight from data. In fact, if even having software engineering practices like data structure and algorithm is very, very important in data science. You have to understand what your data algorithm is and all of that. It's a broader landscape. And you see that the primary goal of data science to uncover actionable insights, develop predictive and prescriptive model, and drive decision making and drive your data decision making. So beyond you cleaning and all of that, your major point is to develop models and drive data-driven decision making. So you see that the methodologies they utilize is they use machine learning, they use predictive modeling, they use deep learning, they use data mining to uncover what complex pattern and what predictions. So you see that the skills they possess is they possess expertise in programming language, Python or R. You see that in business data analysis, you see that you don't actually need programming language. You can just use Excel. And the reason why because of the broader landscape of data science, um, Excel cannot actually do that work building machine learning algorithm. Of course, now recently we just heard that you can use Python in Excel. Well, it's still basic around data analysis. So they have maybe in the near future, maybe in 2 years' time, they say you can develop model in Excel. So, but now this is the future. They are coming to future where you can use Python Excel to make data analysis very easy. So you can have program and all of those things. You see that it's evolving. Data science always evolves. The world of data always evolves. And if you are not involved with it, it's as though you become obsolete. So you see that they utilize machine learning, algorithm, data processing, data visualization. Now you see that data scientists now doing some work of data analyst. They know how to visualize data, and they even know how to clean your data. That is what they call data pre-processing and all of that. So the typical tasks they do is predictive modeling, recommendation system, anomaly detection, natural language processing, and explorative data analysis. So they do all of those things, the typical tasks they do. So that's that about data science and data analysis. So that's just it. Then how to get into data science. Um, so many people now, of course, they will ask that question. How can I start? How can I start my data science journey? How can I start? Then even if you want to start as a software engineer, you want to start coding, maybe that is still Python framework, or you want to do C++, you want to do Golang and all of that. Trust me, it's still the same basis, it's still the same blueprint until you can get into it. So this thing I'm talking about, it's still also you can map it and even get into the variety of your interest. So first of all, you need to identify what you need to learn. When I started data science, there were so many, I think as of 2018, 2019, yeah. As at that time, there were a few people that I knew, if I had never known anybody. And these boot camps and all of that, I think it started in 2020. So as at early 2019, I had prior programming language experiences too because I was learning front end, I was learning back end, though I did not apply back end until last year. So, but I had programming language experiences, C++, CMU as far as 2015 and all of that. But I wanted to go into data science because I was still finding my niche. And as at then, nobody actually like data science 2019. I knew few people, and majority of my colleagues then, senior colleagues, just even started as at 2018. And data science Nigeria, some of you might know it, just began. I hardly know data science Nigeria as at then. So informations were overwhelming as at 2019, 2020. It was too overwhelming. Don't even know what to learn. So the first step is to identify what you need to learn. Those are the things that will guide you because so that you not be distracted, you not be overwhelmed, and you not really give up. I've seen people that we started together and they give up. It's too hard. This one down, and because of overwhelming information, they could not finish. Number two, you brush up your fundamentals. So this is the core things. See, you don't need to learn everything, even in programming, any other programming language. You don't need to learn everything. That's why you have Stack Overflow, a community where people can come and answer your question. You don't need to learn the what is required of you is to know the basics, the fundamental of your programming or your whatever thing you want to learn. You must know you must be grounded in the fundamentals. Else, you will be thrown off guard. You never understand anything. It's those fundamentals that will be a building block for whatever thing you want to become. So you have to brush up your fundamental, and you have to. Number three is to know your math. Yeah, I know this is the scary part of it, where people are like math. No, there are many textbooks that simplify mathematics for you. Trust me. When I started, I was reading statistics for dummy. I was doing though I studied chemical engineering, so I took that this thing. So I did a lot of mathematics and all of that in university. But along the line, of course, I still need to learn. Okay, how does this mathematics, statistics, how does it apply to data science? So you need to know, like you need to be interested in knowing this thing. It's not hard, trust me. It's very is if you know this small mathematics, statistics and all of that, it help you shape your thought process, it help you know what you need to do and all of that. And yeah, you need to know your programming. So R and Python are the two major programming language. I know the two of them. I started with R, but well, my own advice is that you start with Python anyways. I started with R and then went to Python. Then you get familiar with your data visualization tools. Yeah, sometimes you might need it. It comes in handy anyway. It really comes in handy. Why? Because one of the things that helps that make you stand out in the tech space is that you know a lot of stuff. You are master of something, but you know a lot. You're a broad guy. You know a lot of stuff, and you can at least one or two things you can. If they say, okay, come on, this is like you can really do it. So it's really good that okay, you know something like Tableau, you know how to, you know something like Power BI to just visualize, even if visualize in Excel and all of that, you can just visualize something and get things done, build a dashboard around these things, and yeah, you're good to go even as it does, even you are doing the work of data analyst now, but you still want to, uncover some trends before you begin to build models on it. But you can still visualize, and that is you get familiar with them. Then the next point is to join data science bootcamp. See, this thing really helps a lot. Well, I did not join data science bootcamp because I told you as I then it were a few people that were into data science and they were just upcoming as in like in Nigeria. I mean in Nigeria though. So I knew few very very few people. So you now is abundance like free boot camps. You see this webinar now is free, and you see a lot of boot camps out there. Your what is required is your time, your dedication, and your consistency. You helping those things will help you to drive you into data science. When you join bootcamp in 3 days, but to build your fundamentals around the core principles of data science, and from there you can now build upon it because you are now there's a foundation that's been laid for you. Then the next thing is to pursue an internship and build your own project. See, this cannot be overemphasized. Particularly when I'm talking about you building your own project, trust me, when you go to interviews, they ask you whether it's data science or not, they are not in data science role. Especially if it's as long as in tech, they'll ask you which project have you done, what project have you done. They will ask you question like if they ask you what project challenged you, what was the most interesting project you did recently? Like that's what they want to know. What have you get your hand dirty, understand the things that have because when you build project, it's adding your hand. In fact, the way I ever learned Python was not me sitting down saying I'm looking at I learned the basis. When I learned the basis, then I started project. I started looking at project. I started all of a sudden then I don't even have issues. If I have issues, I'll go online, check, and that's it. When you build your project, solidify your learning. It helps you get acquainted with it, and it even reduces your pressure of trying to defend your course and all of that. So when you do a lot of projects, it really boosts your confidence. You'll be aware of a lot of things. You know a lot of things. You encounter problems that you cannot solve. You meet people and they will help you out because you are building your own project, and yeah, with that project you can even pursue an internship, do be like be relentless about it, like ensure that you just apply for internship position because you're trying to get into that space. So you getting an internship position sometimes might be paid, but most of the times they are paid. It helps you, have a business environment. For me, internship, most times when you are into tech space and you have got into a tech company and you have started with an internship, most of the time they absorb you and maybe they now promote you to a junior level. And from there, if you are very good, they promote you to the mid level, then you can get on that job elsewhere. And tech space is very wide. It's very, very wide. So it's something that it cannot be exhaustive. You can't exhaust it. Your space is there. As long as you are consistent, you are relentless, you are eager, you have passion for this thing. Your space, there's always a space for every single person. And data science is not exempt. It's one of the most exotic and sexiest job in 21st century. Trust me. And pushing an internship is cool. Building your own project is cool. Like it's cool. From there, you can get a lot of recommendations and all of that, and you build a portfolio. Well, man, I'm guilty of this, but well, I'm trying my best. I'm trying to build a portfolio like GitHub. I can do some project and steal my local system. I'm sure to put it out there. It's just to be out there because if people ask you what have you done, are you going to be sharing them your system? No. you have a portfolio where they can have access to your project. So when you are building a portfolio, you should this when they okay, wow, this guy did this guy did that, and they can entrust you with things. So it's very, very important that you build a portfolio. Let people know, okay, this is what I've been doing, this I've been doing for the past so months. Even as a student, this is what I'm doing, this, that. When you get and before you know, they might choose you. It's not that they will choose you because why? Because you followed the basic steps in putting yourself out there, in getting into a text, you have done what it has to do. Then when you come before a test and all that, you can prove yourself right. And the last point, this one, network extensively. Like when I'm talking about network, like meet a lot of people, ensure you like learn how to meet people it can be in events, tech events, meet them. See, you are not in a competition. You one of the things that has helped a lot of people is that they are being humble. They know that they need to learn, and they know that they need to they need to grow. And one of the things they do is that they network with people. So many people they got job through networking. Like it's one of the easiest thing because I've used my portfolio, I've done a lot of stuff, used my project and all that. Like when you network, it's even much more easier than applying for a job online, then now going for interviews. Like it can take a lot of work, a lot of energy. But you networking is really a big, in fact, a very sweet alternative to even get a job. Trust me. When you network with a lot of people, like you don't know the person you can meet. I went for a tech event, I think 2 months ago or 3 months ago, and funny enough, I didn't even know the person was a co-founder in one of those companies there. So we were just chatting on WhatsApp and all of that, and I just they discovered that the lady was actually a co-founder, and trust me, I did not know. So wow, like can be humble, and you guys we have been talking, I've been reporting out. She's a co-founder of a tech company and they are doing well. So imagine I'm building a relation with them and can even connect with that and all of that. And I've met people like that, head of data, head of data in the company, that the tech lead in the company, different people doing amazing stuff. Like you connect with them, you talk with them. Just friend that really helped me in my data science journey. I met him on Twitter. Why? Because I was looking for someone, I was connecting people, and to date, he has been a very good friend to me. Because why? I connected with people, and he has been helping me a lot in my data science journey. So you have to really, really network. You see, you should not even trivialize. You have to network. It's very, very, very important if you want to excel in life, both in your career, in life, any platform. You need to network. You need to know people. Okay, so what are the skills required? Not so much this programming skills is is a necessity. And the two programs that I recommend is in companies, the requirement. This one is based on requirements. They will say, okay, Python or what? How? So is that you know Python or how? But it's good to know both. To make you, it makes you sexy. Let me do like that. Yeah, like talking like no Python, know how. So I can easily leverage those technology and what and be good with it. Okay. So okay, so yeah, you have to know statistics. I've said that technical skills, machine learning, and AI. Okay, okay, so um, and also of course you have to know database management. It's very, very important. It's data, so database stuff. You have to know SQL, your MongoDB. That is database management, data wrapping, and database management. That is cleaning your data, and of course, and data management tools that you can use. Postgres, Oracle, MongoDB, MySQL. They're very, very, very important. Okay, and also data visualization. I've talked about that. Um, and also, yeah, this is very, very cloud computing. In fact, beyond even as a data, not even a data scientist, as a software engineer, you must know this thing or one of these three in a company. Either you know AWS, or you know Microsoft Azure, or you know what Google Cloud. Do you understand? So it's something cloud computing is very, very important because there are some data you cannot analyze on your system. Imagine you want to analyze like 50 gig data on your system. What like 50 gig size of data? That's a lot of data sets. It's called, they call it big data. You can't do that on your data on your local system. Now, cloud computing helps you, it helps you to now analyze the data more effectively, provide some key features, and it's on the cloud. You don't need to storage system, just on the cloud there, and you are just doing it seamlessly. So is that Amazon Web Service, Microsoft Azure, also although they have other services and all of that that they do. Okay, so it's advisable that you learn all those things. Okay, so now the soft skills that you require as a data scientist or as someone that is transitioning to tech. One thing you need to know is you must know how to communicate. Yeah, I'm a very shy person. I don't do well with audience. But trust me, because of my profession and I have to be talking to people and all of that. This year alone, I think I've done a lot of talking. Yeah, and you know, one of the things that you need to learn is to know how to communicate. That's one of the soft skills you know how to do. You know what how to communicate. You must know how to communicate. It's very, very, very important. And must have analytical mindset. Like I told you, when you know statistics, mathematics, it helps you to shape your mindset towards something. There's this mindset that is shaping. You just shape it, and then you learn how to think. You learn how to think. You learn how to restructure a lot of stuff, and you must know how to have out of the box thinking. You must be ready to think outside the box. Like you must bring idea to the table because when you're collaborating in teams they require your input. How would you be valuable before your team? Is that you place value, you give value. That's where they will answer this guy. Because when you give ideas, you give ideas that works and all of that. So please you need to understand that. And decision making too. Learn how to make decisions and also collaboration. How can you work? Some people they don't know how to work with teams, and it's very, very dangerous. It will be a loophole in your career as a tech person that don't even outside of tech, that don't know how to collaborate. You must know how to collaborate. You must know how to and all of that. And also in data science, data science, must have storytelling skills. You must know how to tell stories. How can you explain your data to your stakeholders? How can you explain your findings to your stakeholders and business guys? They don't care about the code you did. The only thing they care about what is the result. How can you place it to the layman definitions? Do you understand? Um, how can you now place it on that base that a layman can understand? You must know how to tell your story, that story of data. Attention to details. So, of course, even in every other career, you must be attentive, you must know the details, but pay attention to little details. In data science, life depends on it. Trust me. For example, you are predicting breast cancer. You want to, maybe now they're using AI in health, and you want to go someone you declare the AI, and someone now mistakenly say this person has cancer. And that means maybe they made a mistake, and all of that. You see that you misdiagnose someone. Why? Because you don't pay attention to details. You see many mistakes that happen. Why? Because there was no attention. And also you must know how to you must be continuously, like you must ever be learning, continuous learning. You must just be learning. Tech as a whole is not stagnant. Every day and every single day, they are bringing new technologies to improve our workflow. Recently, they call Microsoft Fabric. I don't know if some that they included for Power BI, like this data analysis workflow inside a platform in Google Cloud like this. You have to learn it because companies require it and all of that. So resources and apps to get you started. You have blogs that you can go. Like the one resources I am data science center. We have smart data collections. This smart data collective is a community. You can go and no free lunch, like Kaggle, I have cargo.com. Is with Cargo.com is a very large data science community by Google, and they offer competition and all of that. If you're a good, if you're a competitive programmer on Cargo, you can have a team where you can earn over $250,000 if you know how to program. It's a competitive programming platform and it offer resources for learning. Cargo, you can learn anything about data science on Cargo. And this was another one, Data Camp. I forgot to share that. So these are the resources. Kaggle is a very perfect resources. Data Science Center offer newsletter and online courses like Udemy, like Coursera, like Data Camp also. Different analytic video, Udacity. They offer resource for data science and YouTube videos too. Of course, our traditional way of learning that never get old. So you can learn data science through YouTube video. Podcast also can help you to attending a boot camp. I spoke about that. Getting involved in data science community, online forum and communities, conferences. We have an upcoming event, Data Fest. That is Data Festival in Lagos, October 13th and 14th of this year. So and also find a mentor. The way I learned should not be the way you learn. Yours should be more easier than the way I learned. So that is what mentor will tell you, okay, this is what you should do, this is what not you should do, this is what you should avoid. Mentor help you to make sure that you learn from their own mistakes. Mentor will help you to guide you and make your journey so easy. So please understand that. Find a mentor. It will help you a lot. It will help you engage, make you be responsible for your journey, even whether data science or not. And also, yeah, I've done this. So now tips in getting the data science job, like I said, build a portfolio, ensure you are specialized. This one I more specialized in a coding language, network, like I said, practice your skills, don't neglect the basics. Develop and understand your business goals. You must understand what you are doing. Improve your interpersonal skills, like I've explained before, and sell yourself. You see those people on LinkedIn, the way things are is not the way they are actually. They just show themselves. Well, they might be able to defend it, but many of them, you see what they do, they sell themselves a lot. They sell. There's one guy, is he Nedu or Chinedu or something? You should know the guy. He's a chemical engineer too, just finished. So you saw the way he sold himself. He sold like you can different sphere, data science. You can just sell yourself out there. Any small thing, anything you learn, just post it on LinkedIn and just talk about it. And selling yourself out. These people will notice you. Trust me. The more you sell yourself and write about them, the more people begin to know. The more impression you get on Twitter, on this, you now see different people liking you, commenting you, and be willing to even see your work. And also embrace writing about your niche. Just technical writing is very sweet. If you're a data scientist or data analyst, and you're even as a software engineer or any product manager or anything, if you write about your skill, do you know that companies pay very high when you are writing for them? They pay very, very high. You see, they pay as high as $8,000. Trust me. Some company they can in a week they can pay per article, they can pay up to $300, $500 per article. So it's very, 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 very important that it's a very it's add-on for you. Like, okay, well, what's your work? You see, of course, I write about this, I wrote about this, and I practice about like when you write, it helps you even you improve your research skills and you can easily tackle problems and you will learn a lot from writing. Trust me, it really gets you a job in technical writing or even in data science job because you know about your niche. So I think that was that for that. I think we'll open the floor for question and answers.
All
Um,
right. Thank you
okay.
very much, Taiwo. Thank you
Yeah.
very much, Taiwo. Wow, wow. What an insightful session. I hope we can all still hear Ifine, Daniel, Rafiat, Olawale, Ido. Are we still there? If you're still there, you could just type in something to let me know that you're still there. I mean, I've seen people come in and leave, right? Rafael, I see you, I see you. Rafael shares Sunday with Taiwo. That's nice. Okay, so it's been such an amazing session, an insightful one. I myself was able to pen down one or two things, and I just really hope that you were also able to pen down a couple of things. So Shortly we'll be going into the question and answer session before we just call it a day. All right, I see your hand, Daniel. We can just raise our hands. Before we go into the question and answer, I would just like to share a couple of things with us. Taiwo has shared a lot of wisdom, lot of insightful points with us, and as sorry as what I'm about to say is, I will need to say it. These things that Taiwo has shared with us, it's not for everybody. Do you know why? It is not for everybody. It's not for people that are lazy. Taiwo mentioned the fact that, oh, there are some, he mentioned soft skills and he mentioned skills that are not soft that you should have. Now, if you're lazy, this is not for you. All these beautiful things he mentioned, even mentioned what is possible to be your earning as a data scientist, either at your beginner level or not. If you're lazy, I'm sorry, this is not for you. I wouldn't even encourage you to even get on board at all. If you're lazy, if you're the type that you don't listen to instruction, I don't think this is going to be easy, because I mean, these are even things that apply to us in everything or anything we want to do in life. Simple instructions, example like, oh, mute your mic, or oh, you have the boot camp you mentioned about now. Let's say you were able to register and the boot camp, the conference rather, is about to start by 10, and then you're getting there by 12:30. And maybe what you ought to have even gotten was said by 11:30. Please, how are you showing that you're really interested in this? So if you're the lazy type, you're the type that doesn't take to instructions, if you're the type that you are satisfied with where you are currently, you are satisfied with the job you are doing, you are satisfied with what you are earning, then I'm sorry, I don't think this is for you. I don't think so. So how do you maybe you're already thinking now with everything that I was said, oh, it's a law. So where do I even start from? How do I start? I'm going to give an idea. How you should start is get onboarded, get enrolled in a certified institution, a certified tech EdTech certified and get enrolled with a certified EdTech where they can teach you all these rudiments, all the rudiments to how to get onboarded as a data scientist. An EdTech organization or a certified institution that has mentors. Taiwo made mention of mentors, having a mentor. Some people where you can get a place where you can get mentors, where they have instructors that know what it means, that can literally hold on to your hands, right, on this journey, that can help you out. People that have made mistakes, right, because of the mistakes they've made, you will not make those mistakes because they will hold you by the hands. An institution that is certified, that has certification. So with all these things, you can be sure that, oh, even if I'm starting as a newbie, even if I'm starting as someone that studied Yoruba from the university, Taiwo made mention of people that studied things that are not even related and they are there. So it's not even about what you studied. So even if what you studied is anything that is not even related, you can still get started, right? So, and this is where I'm going to come in by mentioning Jupiter Academy to you. I know some persons were not there when I was talking about it, and this is not even me trying to sell, but because I mean I've heard a lot of things that Taiwo has said. There's so much to gain, to get from data science. The tech world generally. I mean, tech is the order of the day now. The world is going techy. So if you are not in one way or the other in tech, I mean, I think you're missing out. Not I think, I know you are missing out. So, and because of this, that's why I'm going to be sharing what I want to share. So currently at Jupiter Academy, like I said, Jupiter Academy is an EdTech startup, and we are currently, what we do is we train people that are willing to transition into the world of tech, or those that are still at their beginner stage, transitioning into the world of tech. And the courses that Jupiter Academy take currently, they are product design, product management, data science, and data analysis. And trust me, it is not even about you just enrolling with an institution. Jupiter Academy, I can tell, is a place to be to get enrolled, right? At Jupiter Academy, you get practical hands-on experience. You get live interactive classes, capstone projects, portfolio development, things that Jupiter Academy helps you with after your duration of learning with them. They will help you build your LinkedIn profile such that you'll be sellable. That's what one of the things that Taiwo mentioned when he was running up. He mentioned about a particular guy, Chinedu. You see, even if what they are putting on their LinkedIn is not entirely 100% true or what they are doing, they are selling themselves. And guess what? They are getting the money. Guess what? They are getting the recommendation. They are getting the jobs, right? So these are the things that Jupiter Academy will help you do after enrolling with them at the end of the course. We help you build a sellable CV, right? Sellable CV such that, so we don't promise, oh, we'll give you a job at the end, but we do it in such a way that anywhere you get to with that CV or where they see your LinkedIn, it brings in possible employers to you. You also get mentorship, CV and cover letter revamp. So you're asking, so how much are you people selling your course at Jupiter Academy? So on a normal day, you know that tech courses are expensive, or let me say they are valuable, right? They are on the high side. But Jupiter Academy, usually our courses would have gone for 100,000 naira each. But we are currently in partnership with Egu Health, also an healthcare startup, and we are giving out 60%. Egu Health, in partnership with us, giving out 60% scholarship to 300 students. I mean, over 500 students, pardon me, but right now, I mean, over 300 are even onboarded yet, but this scholarship is still on. So instead of paying the 100K that you would have paid, you have to pay just 40,000 naira. And for the 40,000 naira, you get all the things that I mentioned before, the practical hands-on experience, recorded sessions, live classes, right? Flexible learning experience, recognizable certificates, yes, because we are currently certified with CPD. CPD is Continuing Professional Development. This is a body that certifies tech organizations, right? So this certification is recognized both in and out of the country, in the UK, in the US. So even if you travel out, you can still get a job with whatever certificates that we are giving to you. So I would say that Jupiter Academy is a place for you to get enrolled, to get all those things that Taiwo has mentioned. So you are enrolling for our data science course. So what will I be getting? You won't be getting short of what Taiwo has mentioned, right? You get to know how to carry out performance evaluation. You get to know, in addition, who a data scientist is, gaining a solid understanding of data science and the areas of application, right? You get to perform exploratory data analysis, and you learn a lot of things. Let me not even go there. So I'm going to share a link. If you feel like, oh, you want to know more about Jupiter Academy, you want to know more about our courses, you want to ask questions, oh, you have questions on your mind, please, I'll be sharing a link. Just fill the form, right? Using that link, fill the form using that link, and then we can take it up for there. All your questions will be answered. You want to enroll Jupiter Academy, you want to ask more questions, please feel free to fill the form via this link I'm sharing right now, and all your questions will be answered. Also, we have a Slack community where it's not just for those that are our students, it's both for our students and those that are not our students. We get to share information. This is not the only program we, not just this free webinar, we also organize a free Twitter space chat. We bring in people, valuable people like Taiwo, that share beautiful insights, answer your questions. So you could just join the Slack community and throw questions when you have or any. I'll also share the link to that. So right now I'll be dropping the mic. So I know we have questions. I can see your hand. Ifine, Daniel, please, let's ask our questions. Yes, quickly before we call it a day. All right, guys, questions. Questions, Daniel? I think I saw your hand the other time. Is Daniel still with us? All right, Ifine, you can go.
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello?
yes, we
Can everyone
can.
hear
Please
me?
go. Yes, we can.
Okay.
Please go.
The question now is for the data science. I want to know the duration, like the time frame one can actually get all these things with the right time, with the right frame of mind or mindset. Thank you.
Okay, is that question for me or for Taiwo? Is it based on what Taiwo said or what I said?
Now I want to ask both of you, but I would like Taiwo to respond to me
Okay.
first, please.
All right, Taiwo, please.
Okay, so if I'm to understand your question very well, what you're trying to say is that what is the right time frame with the right resource that you can be able to, to fully understand okay data science. Like you know that, okay, at least you are very solid with this. I believe that's what you're trying to ask. Okay, I think if you are very very consistent, 3 to 6 months should be 3 to 6 months of your consistency would create a very big understanding. Like it's in fact it will, you will do a major thing within 3 to 6 months. Okay, from 3 to 6 months you should be very good. And mind you, the fact that I said 3 to 6 months doesn't mean you're a professional yet. Of course, I've heard people that got their job, their first data science job, 3 months after they joined the tech world. It might not be applied to everybody. Remember, I said continuous learning and you're ever learning, but 3 to 6 months, trust me, you will be very, very solid into it. I believe I answered the question.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, Daniel. Is Daniel still with us? All right.
Okay. Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
Okay. My question, I don't know if I will be drawing us back, but I will just want to plead with Mr. Taiwo to do, a very short recap on the aspect of, relating data analysis and with data science. What are the things they have in common? And, because it's almost everywhere, the confusion, almost everywhere, even on the social media, even on sites, many people are confused about, these two um platforms or these two offices, who a data scientist is and who a data analyst is. So I would just want you to give us a very short, more enlightening information on their differences and their similarities. Thank you.
Okay,
Hello?
let me just, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, let me just share my screen. All right, like I said earlier, data scientists and data analysts, they one of the common things they have, the common things there is this. They want to work towards an end goal, and that end goal is that they want to make a business decision. They want to come to a data-driven decision, and that is their end goal. Okay. Now, sometimes a data scientist can do the work of a data analyst. This is what I mean. Remember, I said the data analyst, what they do primarily is that this data, they use it, they identify trends. When I mean by identifying trends, that means they try to explore the data. They try to find what are the intake patterns of this data. That's how they call them. They say exploratory data analysis. So EDA, and they try to see trends and pattern and how they correlate with each other. So they now, after they do those ones, those are just basic analytics table, descriptive statistics, explorative statistics. So when they do that, they now what? Now visualize. And most of the time, a data analyst will now do dashboards to all their visualization. They now do dashboards to explain, okay, this maybe to the stakeholder when they have a meeting, this is how this is. The final output is the dashboard at the end of the day. Do you get that? That is data analyst, that a data analyst. Although this data scientists can do that job, because in data scientists, what data scientists do is that it's broader, of course, but you involve computer science, like you involve even machine learning, some software engineering knowledge, you involve domain expertise. So now you see that it's bringing is now we are expanding now towards to extract knowledge and insight from that data. You see that of the endpoint is that to extract knowledge, data from that insight and insights from that data. But the processes at which they do that was different. They now apply machine learning. So we can see machine learning algorithms like multiple linear regression, XGBoost, SMV, Gaussian method, Bayesian probabilistic theory, supervised machine learning, or supervised machine learning algorithms. When they apply it on that data, it now brings another kind of um, insights. For example, I want to predict. I want to predict. Okay, I want to. Okay, for example, Netflix now. Remember that in your Netflix, if you watch maybe for if you watch cartoon on your Netflix, you notice that do not say movie recommended just for you. That's the heading of it. Movie recommended just for you. And most of the movie they will not recommend for you is you will not see cartoon related movie. Why? Because you were watching cartoon before. Most of your patterns were cartoon movie, funny movie, cartoon movies. You now recommend based on that recommendation. You now say what? Let me let this guy will like let us through this kind of thing. They will now what recommend cartoon for you. That's what they call recommendation system. They use machine learning to predict the likelihood of you choosing the cartoon in your next movie. So they now do recommendation systems for you. They use machine learning algorithms applied on the data they collected from you. Do you understand? So other things like customer segmentation, they need to know like for example now the high end paying customer, the low end paying customer, the middle level customers. They now apply machine learning algorithms to know okay which customer will likely to buy this product. Do not push that particular kind of product to that particular kind of customer. They will never push that kind of product to a mid level or to a lower customer because they know that they will never buy it. But that particular customer, they will definitely they now focus their attention on that high ending customer or maybe it's low ending customer. What can we do to help these people? They now have an algorithm apply it on that particular data. They now push further. Okay, this particular low level customer will likely buy this product. Why? Because it's cheaper. They predict it. They predict the actions. Do you understand? So that's what we call predictive modeling. So they apply more sophisticated techniques on data to uncover and unravel insight and knowledge from that data. I believe I understand. So that's where you now see that a data scientist, most of the time they program, they do Python, you have to know Python, you have to know how SQL, you have to program, you have to know algorithms, you have to understand data processing and a lot of domain knowledge and how structure. You have to just know many of those things. Unlike data analysts that you just most of the time you just work with Power BI, Tableau. You don't even need programming language. Highest thing you need is SQL just to query your data. Then you transport it back to Excel and do your analysis and visualize. You can even do it on your SQL, and that's all. I hope you understand. So data
Okay,
analysis, you don't
sir.
need to do any predictive model much like that. I hope you understand.
Yes, I understand very well, sir.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Taiwo. Wow. So, does anybody want to ask a question again? Anybody else? Rafiat, anybody? Okay, so in the absence of none, I think this is where we will be
Please, I have a
drawing.
question. Sorry.
Okay, do all right.
So my question is this: fine, let's say I've completed my course.
Please, can you? We can't hear you clearly. Maybe you could help with your volume or something.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Perfect, perfect.
Hello? Okay. So I want to ask, let's say I'm preparing my resume and I am not in the tech line before. Okay, I'm studying maybe a science course, medical or anything medical. So I now switched into tech and I've completed my course and everything. I want to prepare my resume. Is it advisable for me to include my certificate, that is my degree from my previous line, or it's not necessary?
Taiwo, are you there?
Okay, yeah, I'm here. Okay, like I said, I studied chemical engineering. Okay, and well, from young, I've always been this tech person. I've been in computer for a long time. Wow. So, all my experiences, I've worked in an industry before. I did an internship there, a company. Well, most of the time, my resume currently, I don't think. Okay, I think I put that one. That just one. But oftentimes it's always important that you put job description, your job, or that is related to the tech. All jobs description, your past experiences should mostly be related to your tech only. So that's why we have tech CV. So maybe if I decide I want to enter into your industry back, I remove all my tech stuff and put just my oil industry related experiences. Why? Because I'm transitioning to another space. And you working in another industry does not really matter to them. In fact, those tech guys, tech industry, they don't care whether you go to school self. That is one fun thing. The only thing they need is, do you know how to do this job? They don't ask you which school did you study, what did you study, this and that. They don't care. All they know, all they need from you is that, can you do this job? So, but to boost your profile, it's always very important that you add your your experiences that is related to tech. I think that's the reason why Jupiter Academy is here for you guys. They are doing an amazing job, trust me. They're really doing an amazing job. They will help you tailor your CV. When they build you up, you can, in fact, you'd be honored. You'd be honored. Like, you would have this understanding on even how to build a resume. How can I position my resume to a point that even the industry world will help me. They can hire me immediately. I hope you understand. I hope you
Hello?
understand.
Please,
Yeah, can you hear me?
could you please come again? I'm sorry, my network got interrupted.
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, the major thing I said was that your experiences should be tailored. If you are doing for a tech, if you are going for a tech related position, most of your positions should be related to the tech industry. So if you don't have experiences, I would advise that what to do, you should showcase your projects, most of your projects, showcase them. And maybe it's volunteering. That's why it's very, very important that you volunteer. Do a lot of volunteering experience, do a lot of volunteering and put it as experiences. If you do have any tech experience, put that volunteering experiences in that tech, put it there so that they know that, okay, you have experience in this tech stuff and all of that. But maybe you now study, maybe you went to one company, you did some other, maybe sales and all of that. No, it's not needed. Maybe you are doing product management now, or product design. Now you can put sales rep in bank. No, it's not needed. You remove anything that is irrelevant, that does not apply to the tech. You remove everything and put only those that is applied to that tech that can help boost your profile. And that's why I recommended Jupiter Academy, that they can also help you tailor your resume and CV and also train you towards that too. I hope you get that.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
All right, thank you very much. I guess your question was properly answered.
Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
so guys, this is where we call it a day. Like I said, I've shared the link in our chat box. You have questions and as to inquiry as to our courses, please feel free to fill the form. You could also join our Slack community via the link sent in the chat box. Those links are there. Thank you very much, guys. So we'll meet again next week, Saturday, 12 p.m., same time, same place, of course, but next week we are not going to be dealing with data science. It's going to be something more and differently amazing again. But ensure to invite people, tell people about this. Of course, it's free webinar. You don't have to pay, right? All you need to do is just get your phone or your laptop and your data and your time, and you're good to go. So, guys, thank you very much. I remain your host again, Oluwatosin, and I'll see you next week. Thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
Okay, hello, sorry. I think Rafiat is asking if she can get the recording.
Okay, yes, you could just check our YouTube channel, Jupiter Academy. Just check on YouTube. Probably on or before the day runs out. Jupiter, as in Jupita Academy on YouTube. All right? All right, you're welcome. Anybody can do that as well. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Taiwo. Bye, guys.